And hello again, my little mathematicians. I would like for you to turn in your packets to page 5, where it says E5 down at the bottom. And we're going to continue on reviewing the difference between mean, median, mode, and range, and then give some more practice with it. Now, one of these, don't tune us out and think that you have it all figured out, because one of them is actually rather tricky. And it's the only one that we've done so far like this. So please hang with us. And actually, I want you to write down the main definition of what the mean, median, mode, and range is, of how you can tell the difference between them. So go ahead and write those down, and then hit pause, write them down, and then unpause it. Okay, hopefully you unpaused, and now you are back with us. And I apologize for the rocky camera, it keeps slipping. The difference between the mean is the average, okay? So if you're ever asked to find the mean, think of that as finding the average. The median is the middle number, once they're all listed in order from least to greatest. You have to have them listed in order first before you cross off to find that middle number. The mode is the one that happens the most often. And then the range is the biggest number minus the smallest number. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and actually try some of these. And again, if you missed some of those definitions, you could just pause the video once it was written down back there. Okay, let's go ahead and find the mean, median, mode, and range of the following data sets. So for the first one, you're just going to add all these together and divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers in the data set. So plug those all into your calculator, and you should get 10 divided by 5, and you get 2 for the mean. Now for the median, I have to actually list them in order. So I had a 1, and then a 1, and then a 2, and then a 2, and then a 4. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, yep. Okay, so cross off from first, last, and there we go. There's actually one singular middle number, which is your median. Now the mode is the one that happens the most. Well, 1 and 2 both happen the same number of times. So in this case, we actually had 2 modes of 1 and 2. All right. And then your range is the biggest, which is 4, minus the smallest, which is 1, for a value of 3. Okay, hopefully you got all those right. For our next example, if I were to go ahead and add all those numbers together, 21 plus 24 plus 18 plus 13 plus 23 plus 21 plus 20 in your calculator, you should get 140. And you're going to divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers in the data set. 140 divided by 7, you should get 20 for your mean. The median, if we were to list these, 13 is the smallest, and then 18, and then 20, and then 21 happens twice, and then 23, and finally 24. Okay, double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers in the data set. Yep. Okay, so cross off from beginning to end. Beginning, end, beginning, end, beginning, end. And there we go. Our median value, oops, and you couldn't see that whole time. That median number is 21. Okay, the mode is the one that happened the most. Well, 21 was right here, and it happened twice. So your mode is 21. And no other numbers happen twice, so there's just one mode. Your range is the biggest number, which was 24, minus the smallest number, which was 13, and 24 minus 13 is 11. All right, now on to a little bit of a trickier one. It says, find the missing value You have the numbers 3, 5, 7, 9, and something else in the data set, and the mean is 7. You need to find out what that actual other missing number was in the data set. So think about what you do to find the mean. Well, first of all, you take all the numbers in the data set, which are 3, 5, 7, 9, and something we don't know, and you add all those together, divide by how many numbers there were in the data set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that answer that you get when you add all these together and divide by 5, that tells you the mean. Well, they told you the mean is 7. Okay. We haven't done anything like this, but when you have a situation like this, you are going to take this number on the bottom, and it would be great if that number just wasn't there. And how I can make that happen is if I multiply by that number. Because think of like cross-canceling in a fraction. Let's say I had 3/5 times 5, let's say 8ths. Okay, so when these are diagonally across from each other, they both cross-cancel to become 1, right? Well, I can make that happen here. Okay, if they're diagonally across from each other, they cancel and become 1, and then I have this over 1, so it's like that 5 was never there. I can multiply an equation by anything I want as long as I do it to the other side as well. So now I have that top part, just 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus x, and the over 5 is gone because it's over 1, so it's like it's just that. And then on the other side, 7 times 5 is 35. Now, I want to eventually get x by itself, so let's combine all these like terms right here. 3 plus 5 is 8, 8 plus 7 is 15, and 15 plus 9 is 24. So you have 24 plus x equals 35. Now to get x by itself, you want to get rid of this 24, and they're being added, so the inverse of adding is to subtract 24, because now those cancel. 24 minus 24 is 0, it's gone. I'm just left with x. And whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So now I have 35 minus 24, and I get 11, which means that original number in the data set right here was 11. And if you want, you could double check it. Okay, so add 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11, divide by 5, you should get 7. Okay, that was pretty complicated. If you want for our homework, one of these days when we're assigned E6 in your packet, I had you skip a problem that looks like this, but if you want a challenge, you can go ahead and try it, and then you can see on the answers that I posted the answers for this one too, so you can check it when you assign that homework. So this wasn't actually assigned as homework, but it was on the page that was assigned as homework, so if you want to go ahead and challenge yourself with a problem that looks like this, you are more than welcome to. All right, great job, guys. See you later.